What up, YouTube? Hello, the internet. Carry on, gentlemen.
All right. Hello, hello, everybody.
What up? What up?
Hello. Hi. Sorry about my audio reverberating off my speaker. I forgot to mute it. Because usually what I do is I listen to what's going on, so I have through my phone, basically, and then I watch you on YouTube as well. So I can see the TDG and listen in at the same time. But there's like a 14-second delay between the actual Discord of what's going on and then what's going on in the TDG, but that's just the nature of the beast. Sorry if I'm talking too much.
No, you're good. I was
Beans.
copying a link. What's so you the? Oh, you have like some technical issues on your end, so you have to like listen to audio from the stream on YouTube.
Not really technical issues. I just like watching it on the big screen so I can see the map clear.
Got it. Yeah. All right. You ready to go there, Phil? Or are you getting some stuff
I'm ready for it, man.
All right. I think whenever you're ready to go, share your screen and I'll get that rolling.
Roger that. Give me a second. Testing. Is it working?
Yep, we got you. Yep, I see the map.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to read out the narrative just for those joining us who didn't watch the last time we were in Memphis. It's been a few weeks since the earthquake that shattered the spine of Memphis. Your group is uneasily settled into the town of Northaven, but are doing well considering everything that has happened. The locals are not thrilled about having you around, but they have agreed to let you stay on the condition that you behave yourselves and that you keep other refugees and problems from down south away from the small town. To your knowledge, nobody else knows the truth about what happened to the bridge at this time. It is also assumed that any investigation of that night is unlikely to happen. That would be this bridge right here. It is gone.
Xander,
at the foundations,
can you hear me?
And out of play.
I'm streaming, so please don't be screaming.
It is clear that emergency services like the Red Cross and the National Guard, to include them, have been stretched thin in the area. The disaster has affected multiple cities at the same time, and another government shutdown looms overhead. As time passes, a chill wind starts to blow into Northaven from the south. And over the past couple of weeks, you've had to deal with scared, angry, and confused refugees fleeing Memphis, turning away bad actors, as well as mothers and children all the same, to protect Northaven and uphold your end of the bargain. Between the collapsed bridge, blocking some other roads, and altering signs along with cellular service being down, you guys have done a good job of diverting traffic and insulating the town from the rest of the world's problems. The nearby town of Woodstock, that would be up here, has been far less fortunate and has been caught in the fallout. Initially, it was overwhelmed with waves of displaced people who quickly resorted to looting, murder, and other unsavory acts before moving along. You have an LPOP that overlooks Highway 51 coming north of Memphis. They in the past have radioed in signs of trouble, and people have been fleeing the city in large numbers over the last couple of weeks. Usually to get to this LPOP, you guys head south, you hit the river, and you basically just handrail the river. And there's an area like right here where it's pretty narrow, and that's where you guys cross and bump over and then it's about a 3-mile ruck, kind of through the woods, and then they usually camp out like somewhere over here where they can watch the highway. Now, oddly enough, during the LPOP sit rep this morning, they reported that they haven't seen anyone entering or leaving Memphis since last night, and then only in small numbers. So what was once a torrent of displaced people pouring out of the city seems to have dried up overnight, like someone closing a valve. And that's where we are right now. I reckon we should do this with, let's do 3 players tonight.
Okay, I'm happy to run, obviously.
I'm not military, but I'll play tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to be military to play.
If you don't care.
Yeah, whoever, man.
We don't
whoever.
got that many people in here. I guess I'll play. This is other Phil.
Hell yeah.
Can we review
Phil,
our...
Gossenheimer, and GWOT, are you down to play?
Yes. Can we go over our manpower again real quick?
I think we lost GWOT.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm here, sorry. I'm here, yes, I'm ready to play.
Okay, cool. So it's you and Mod Phil and then Gossenheimer.
Awesome.
Okay, so you guys were the, we'll fit you guys in as the previous squad leaders. You have access to the equipment that you brought with you on the night that you guys fled, including your surplus of oil filters.
Can we
homemade suppressor then?
Can we go over what our manpower is again real quick?
Yeah, so let's see, at this point, I'd envision tonight being just generally smaller scale stuff, but you guys have access to, say, 18 guys, so each of you gets 6 people.
6?
If you want it, plus the 3 of you, so it puts you at 21. They have access to rifles, night vision, thermals. Some of their equipment is dinged up and damaged or broken, but for the most part, they are night vision capable.
So we're like a single squad with big teams. We're each like a big team. Is that?
Yeah, I would run it as small squads. So 3 small squads, 7-man squads. So you have 2 3-man teams and then a squad leader, which is not a huge squad. You can't really go do like anything offensive or crazy by yourself. Which it sounds like we're not going to get into anything crazy tonight, anyways. I mean, we'll see what happens, but. Like if we were going to do a deliberate attack, we would want all of us be there to do that. But we could, for like rest cycle and other reasons, we could operate, especially if we're not expecting heavy contact, as 3 separate small squads.
I have a question for you, Borphil. What kind of weapons do we have access to?
Whatever you would
Because
normally
I missed
have.
the last one.
Sure. Rifles, pistols, shotguns. Whatever you have and know how to use personally, we'll say you can use. As long as it's nothing crazy. You don't have like a freaking RPG in your basement. But I don't know.
No, dude. If I had that, ATF would be knocking at my door, and it would be a no-knock warrant at like 2 a.m. and probably get shot in the face.
Is there any leftover tannerite from the bridge demo?
Tannerite? Who said anything about tannerite? Yeah, sure. You guys got explosives.
However, the bridge got demoed last time.
Yeah, we did blow the bridge, I think, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That was a crime, and has resulted in destabilizing other areas like Woodstock. But yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, you guys still have explosives and stuff. The Northaven township, they kind of control the local food distribution for the town. They kind of have that under wraps. Things are sparse, but economically, like that's how they feed you guys. They have some of the farmland that they're using nearby and basically just grounding food. They also have fertilizer and other fun things. The ammonium nitrate kind.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right. So to start things off, your LPOP, which reported the refugees basically stopping overnight, has missed their last 2 comms windows, and it's been a while since you've heard from them.
Okay. We should send a squad out there to investigate.
All right,
Sounds
we're
like a
rolling
plan.
with like 3 baby squads. We're each in charge of like a little baby squad. Is that the idea?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, yeah.
ourselves in
All
charge of 2 3-man teams, seven rifles in total.
All right.
Do you guys want to divvy up the forces? Like, send like 3 guys from each squad up there so you have fire superiority?
No, I would
Or
just
would that not be
I would just
applicable?
I would just send a squad. Like the whole reason I would task down into smaller squads is to be able to like divvy up like tasks like this. Like right now I'll send 1 squad. That way I still have 2 squads that I can do whatever with, right?
All right.
1 squad's probably on watch or whatever.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, go for it, Phil.
Let me. I'm gonna take my little baby squad to the OP and see what's going on.
Okay.
I
So
will take
let's say,
the typical route that hugs the river or whatever.
okay. So for the purpose of the game, let's say you have 1 squad on rest, 1 that is manning defensive positions, and then 1 that usually goes out on patrol.
Correct.
We'll have, we can have, just for the sake of the game, we can have all 3 of you guys go on this patrol, even though we know normally, you'd be leading your squads. And
I'll do this with my squad if you don't mind. I'll leave my guys back on the rest squad, and I'll leave them as QRF just in case shit pops off.
Sure. So, I mean,
Sounds good
what
to
I'm
me.
saying is, like, normally you wouldn't have 3 squad leaders go on patrol, but I kind of want to make an exception for this if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine. For the sake of the game, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So you guys set off. You go south. You hit the river. It's pretty easy to find, and you start to move along the bridge. You see the kind of tracks that the LPOP usually takes, because I don't know that it's a well-beaten path at this point, but if you're a tracker, like, you can definitely,
Sure.
you can see it at this point. And you follow it over. You guys are moving through the woods, and you come to this point where you cross over, and everybody crosses without issue. And you continue to move until eventually you come across the LPOP that many of you guys have pretty much sat in, because by now pretty much everyone has done a rotation in it, and there is nobody there. There seems to be signs of some kind of scuffle. There's a bunch of leaves turned up in the area where they usually would sit, and other than that, it's just really, really quiet in the woods.
Could we divvy up squads to do like sector sweep?
Yeah, so first you'd want to start to do concentric circles, right? So I, as a squad leader, would probably just stay at the site in case they return, and then I would have my 2 teams walk, 20 yards away from me, and then walk in a circle opposite directions, and then once they completed that circle, walk another 20 yards, do a circle opposite directions, so on and so forth, until we find something that lets us know while we're looking for, trails, footprints, shell casings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to teach a tracking class right now, but you get the idea.
Yep.
I'm down with this concentric search plan.
Sounds good. All right. And yeah, it's not long after you start searching that guys start moving in circles, and they find another trail or a sign of tracks headed in this direction, kind of along the highway. and it looks like there is. Well, let's see. Roll for it. You don't see anything. But it looks like somebody or something was dragged from this position. You guys can see my cursor right now, can't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just to the left of the highway.
Yep. Okay. It looks like something was dragged up north in roughly this direction.
I'd like to take my squad and I'd like to investigate the pond area.
Yeah. I think we should basically just follow this. Now that we have a trail, we should, as trackers would do, follow the trail, and hopefully it leads to bad guys or our friends. If at all possible, probably radio this in back to everybody else. Let them know, hey, we got to the LPOP, which would have been standard procedure. As soon as you got there, hey, we're at the LPOP. Doesn't look like anybody's here. We're gonna start searching. Hey, we found a trail. We're headed this direction, this azimuth. So we would be updating.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. And as you guys near the pond, you look around, and on the edge, you see a boot sticking out of the water. You investigate.
They got kidnapped by swamp people. Swamp creatures.
Carry on, Phil.
All right. So as you guys come to the edge of the pond, you wait. You do like a seal's halt or whatever.
Yes, sir.
And then you move and you pull what is left of your buddy out of the water and into the sort of the tree cover where you guys can investigate. And it's pretty clear this person has been mutilated and very badly mauled by something.
Gross. Is this going to end up being the dog man or something?
So this is going to be an unknown variable. We don't know if they were mutilated by people first and then disposed of, or if they ran and then they got caught up in this swamp. But that's unlikely.
Yeah, I would report back. We found one friendly KIA, and we don't have a lot of information, but just be extra vigilant. Everybody that's on watch, pay attention. They could have followed a trail back or something. We don't know what's happened yet. No jerking off on post today.
Was it ostensibly a 3 or 6 man team or squad that was manning this LPOP?
I would imagine.
Got fucked up.
I would imagine too.
We should search more.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we should. The next would be to, unless there's a visible trail from there, would be to just circle the pond, see if you can find the other guy or a trail that leads.
There's also appears to be a body of water cutting off to the left of this.
Definitely.
I'd like to take my squad to the left if you guys are going to comb around right and left side of the pond.
Yeah, we send a team in either direction to walk around. Both teams walk around the entire waterway, but in different directions because you can see stuff behind a log or whatever going one way than the other. And
what's the local wildlife? Because this thing had been mauled like by an alligator or something when it was already dumped in the water. Like maybe just got shot.
It's Tennessee.
Okay.
So.
I don't think Tennessee has alligators, but if they did, I'd stay away from the water.
So Memphis is pretty much a swamp. They're going to be out there. They're not as prevalent as like down south of Mississippi in my experience, but again,
they're
actually alligators.
They're all the way up north in like North Carolina. When I was in active duty on the swamps of Lejeune, there was alligators all over the place. So if it's swampy, they're around. Them dinosaurs be living.
All right.
Don't go swimming. From a safe distance, walk around and see if we can, just like a tracker would do, see if we can find, hopefully not a body, but if a body, so be it, and a trail, possibly, right? Because there was more than one person in here, right? It was at least a 2-man LPOP, I'd imagine.
Yeah, this was a 2-man LPOP, and you guys each have basically a partner to fill out 6 guys, and then plus like 1 more for your 7-man group. All right, just to be clear, like it's not Gossenheimer. I heard you say squad. It's like you and 1 other guy.
Oh.
Anyway,
okay, I'm sorry. I'm not military, so
you're good, boss.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys split up and look for clues. What could go wrong?
just to circle this body of water. I guess it is pretty big, eh? Oh well.
Yeah. Do you guys want to stay together, or would you rather split up?
We're at least going in buddy pairs. And
yeah, I would.
In each
yeah, it's one team. One is a 3-man team, and then the other would be a 4-man team to make 7. Which I mean,
so, yeah.
I feel like that's like 3 dudes with ARs and full combat load. Like it's not like we're expecting the Spetsnaz to be coming after us or anything, right? Like I would be thinking like these dudes probably fell asleep on watch. Some YNs or whoever found them, got their ass because they were asleep, and then drug them over here to try and dispose of the bodies, and then they dipped. So people back home, pay attention. There might be some sneaky sneakers coming down the trail, and we still need to try and find our other buddy. We're not just going to leave somebody out here hanging. And the point is to walk around the water and come back to where we are now, right? One of us go clockwise, one of us go counterclockwise.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Okay, so you guys dispatch. You get them boots wet and muddy, just like they should be. And one group moves around, and the other group moves along the highway like so. And as the first group that is moving clockwise comes up about right here, they see another set of tracks with, it looks like, something being dragged. These look pretty fresh to your eye. So, and they go off in this direction. But again, you've got your other team coming up from here, and you guys are going to meet at some point.
Yep. Well, we will just hold position there and radio in that we found a pretty positive hit on what we think is a trail. You finish your loop, so we've done a full loop around it, and when you see us, right, you'll see us, and we'll stop. And unless you found something more interesting, we'll go this way.
Alrighty. As you guys close, the group here along the highway doesn't see anything particularly out of the ordinary, other than all the weird stuff that's kind of been happening. There's, the occasional vehicle or whatever that's pulled off the side of the road that's just messed up or whatever, it didn't make it out of the city. Nothing too crazy. Just the usual post-apocalyptic stuff. Anyways, you see a trail, as mentioned, of somebody or something being dragged, and now the tracks are a lot heavier, and there's looks like multiple people, and they head off kind of in this direction, and they handrail this field down this way.
I'm assuming they egressed out after the fact along the highway.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, ramp up the tactical posture, but I would still pursue. And, be ready to engage if necessary.
Like, does the trail, lead right up to the road?
No, it continues. I'm just saying, it's,
okay.
There's more to it. I just wanted to see what you guys would do. But if you're pursuing, then the trail comes, and it continues traveling northeast, and it looks like when you guys get, if you're following it out in the open,
yeah, we'd be like in a squad wedge, but yeah, we would
okay, yeah, just bounding if you want it.
Sure.
When you guys get up here, you start to see tracks break off in this field to what looks like a building over here.
Okay.
Would you want all forces on that, just in case this needs to be an assaulting element, and have an inner and outer cordon like you guys were talking about previously whenever you were going against the Chinese? general. in the
Yeah, I'm
factory.
not gonna launch an assault from here. I would be interested depending on how I felt on the ground. Like if I can go sneak up on that and just get eyes on it and sit and look for a couple hours, that would be
Yeah.
advantageous. But I'm not trying to risk everybody's life
We-
if that's not possible.
We should start by surveilling this creepy house.
Yeah, for sure.
What type of field is that with those vegetables? Is that like ankle height, like little bushes, or are we talking something higher to sneak in? I mean, it's leaving cut trails for wherever it was driving.
Those are tram tracks from some type of crop field.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, can you low crawl sneak if you sent out like a little recon unit? Or
I
is that,
can't
like,
really
open
tell
field?
the height of it though. So
Yeah.
it could be like early on.
We should
Or it
surveil
could
from
be-
the other side of the road.
Trying to get a better view along the side of the road if I can see it.
That's looking pretty low to the ground, so that looks like open field.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Low crawl.
Yeah.
Also, is there a ditch? There's no ditch. All right.
Not much of one.
I don't think there's a ditch.
Into the cornfield you guys go, or whatever that is.
Looks like wheat.
It's kudzu. It's that weed that'll swallow us or whatever.
All right, so now at this point we're transitioning to like a recon patrol, so we're moving pretty slow, trying to not make a lot of noise. The lead team is as far as in front as they can be without us losing eyesight, and whenever they before we all stumble out into the open on accident, right? Whenever the point man sees the break in the brush, he's going to halt the entire patrol, which means most of us are going to be like still 50 yards back from that, ideally, or whatever. So there's
Do you think it would be advantageous to low crawl from the side where it gets to before the point of where it breaks foliage around the house, to low crawl to that backside so you have multiple angles?
Like at first we would just come up to where the point man could see the house, and then he would see it, and then he would call up a squad leader, then I would come get a look at it, and then I would decide whatever I wanted to do from there. If I did want to go look at a different angle or whatever, but initially I would just want to get eyes on it.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't even be seeing a map like this, most likely, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, plan all that out. I would have to see it. We're still kind of like
You'd have
following
to
the
physically
trail.
get there to be able to do it.
We're just meandering through corn. Yeah.
All right, so you guys start to get recon on the house and begin to observe it. You notice that some of the windows are busted out. It's clearly been raided.
Do we see any activity?
So you observe for a while, and it is presently nighttime. Sun's gone down. It's been dark. It's let's say like 10:30, 11, something like that. And the longer you look, out of the corner of your eye, you see what looks like a man casting a dark shadow on the other side of the field, kind of where my cursor is.
So in between the house and the wood line in the back.
Yep, so let's say for the recon, you guys have kind of crawled up and slithered up into the tree line here.
Sure.
And you see somebody over here. And he's just kind of walking. And you observe. You are looking right at him. This is not something out of the corner of your eye. He walks this way. Step, step, step. Stops. He seems to look directly at you. And then darts into the building.
I'd say hold what you got for now, man, because you don't know if he's seen you or if he's just some kind of enemy combatant. You have no knowledge of it.
We should surround the house.
Are there any vehicles in the driveway?
At this time, there's one vehicle in the driveway, but it's clearly defunct.
Yeah, I would, hold. Everybody stand too. If anybody's like eating chow or changing their socks, get fucking ready.
All right, everybody is at stand 2.
And this is all
And you
21
guys
people here, right?
No. This is 7.
Yep, just
Okay.
7. Everyone else is back home in their normal defensive posture or on rest cycles.
Which is
You
a
guys
small
are-
is a small squad, but I still feel like I don't feel unconfident. I mean, this is 7 dudes in full kit with ARs. Like who's really rolling around here right now? Much heavier than that. You know what I'm saying? But
What's the QRF time? Like, do you guys have that mapped out?
Probably pretty long.
Yeah, if it's on foot, you're looking at. I mean, you're pretty fucked.
yeah.
No
They're,
vehicle access to this place that you just went to? Maybe that should have been thought of.
Yeah, I mean, it's I feel confident. We'll see what happens. I'm not stressing yet.
I am also not scared of this creepy house yet.
Right. As you guys sit, how long do you observe?
Yeah, I don't know. My plan originally was going to be, since it's already dark, to sit here overnight, and I'm not convinced that we should move just because a guy did something weird.
I think we should, after we saw that guy, we should in fact move half the squad to the back of the house or something. You know what I'm saying?
Prep an L-shaped ambush?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you got this big old tree. You got cover. You definitely got enough to move. If you want like 3 or 4 people here, 3 or 4 people here, is that kind of what you had in mind, or did you want this this tree line back here? What do you guys think?
Tree line.
I think we should do the first option. Occupy this natural L shape that's right here, where we're already semi-occupying.
I
Yep.
would agree.
Because then
Alright.
we're not cut off from an egress if we wanna bone out either. If we try to go all the way to the back of the house, then we'll have to fight through the house to
Do we
leave.
have any vehicles so I can send my QRF forces closer by just in case?
Nope, we do not, and it's okay. War is dangerous. We're here to do dangerous things.
Yeah, to be clear, like everybody else on the rest of the unit, they're not doing nothing right now. They're well, there's the guys that are resting, but they're sleeping because you need sleep, and then the others are occupying their defensive positions because somebody still has to protect the town, because they're getting pissy if you know, if you guys leave them out there hanging.
Yep,
Also,
for sure.
something that you guys might not be thinking. So at this point, we've seen this house be occupied by one guy,
Yep.
and
Who
we
didn't-
surrounded them, and
didn't-
or we're about to surround them. We could actually just try to talk to them. We could negotiate something, just start yelling at the house to come out. We want to
Yeah,
talk.
there's a lot. I still, yes, I agree, Phil, that we have more force capability than whoever's inside this house, most likely. However, I think that even if he saw us, he thinks he saw maybe one guy looking weird in the woods and got scared and ran away. He did not see 7 of us maneuver in an L-shaped ambush around the house. So I still want to maintain the element of surprise as well.
You know what? All right. Surprise! We're gonna surprise this guy.
So you
Damn
guys
right.
observe for a while, and to be clear, I should clarify that the tracks, the heavy tracks of the person being dragged or carried or whatever they were doing earlier, it does lead out to kind of behind this house, and there's a door like here that it. I mean, you can see where. I mean, something was dragged through the grass and through that
Sure.
area earlier. After you guys observe for a while, you see this shadowy figure come back out, and keep in mind it's pretty dark outside, and you see him walk and start to pace, and just basically walk back and forth around
I
the
want to
house.
snatch him.
He doesn't seem to be holding anything.
I want to grab him. Whoever,
We should grab him.
yeah, whoever is closest to him in his path that he's walking or whatever, right? Whatever. Somebody's gonna run out there and grab him. Everybody else is gonna cover him in case he goes south, and just fucking snag this fool and then yuck him back into this tree line. I have questions.
Is it a full moon by chance?
We should
The
knock him
illumination is okay. You can see with night vision, but it's not, you know. It's
Oh,
not
I was
that
going
great,
on the
but you are an
Halloween werewolf vibes.
What? Would I do that to you guys? I don't know.
Also, actually, if I was really gonna snatch this dude, I don't know. I would be quiet about it. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Somebody just in the darkness run out there and try and grab him, and fucking muscle this fool back. Probably 2 people go grab him. 2-on-1. That sounds good.
Okay, 2 people. So, yeah, you guys go out, and as he's kind of walking back this way, and his back is turned, GWOT, you and one of the other guys, you break from your position and you run after him, at which point he turns around and darts back into the room. He doesn't close the door behind him, but everything in the house is dark.
Do we have our rifles, or do we leave them?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, we're gonna take the house. I'm just gonna shout or call it to take the house. So we're gonna stack up on the door, and we're gonna make entry. And while we're doing that, the rest of our team who was with us on that side of the L shape is gonna come. Everybody on the other part of the L shape, they're gonna just stand in support, ready to suppress and isolate the eastern side of the house if anybody comes out from there or whatever.
Copy that.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, sorry, can you run me through that one more time?
Yeah, he runs to the house. I'm just going to take the house, my team on me, which then hopefully the other team's going to know to just stay put until further notified. Obviously, pick up sectors. They hear and see what's going on. We're going to make 2-man room entry, just right behind the dude. We're just going to keep chasing him down, and then I'm going to expect the other 2 or 1 member, whoever's with my team, to immediately come out of that tree line and start coming in to support us, right? I'm not going to wait for him, but I'm going to know he's on his way.
Okay. Yeah. So, sorry, just to be clear, there's only 2 of you going into the house, or is there 4, with 3 holding the positions outside?
Right. Because it was two of us were there. We're doing a 2-man room entry, but then the other remaining members of our team, the 1 or 2 guys that are left, are going to immediately start coming, right? Before we're in the room, they're already getting up out of their position to come run towards us, and we're just already at the door, so we're not going to stay stacked outside of a house. We're going to take the first room.
Understood. You guys make entry, and you go left, your number 2 man goes right, and you are coming through a corner-fed room. It opens up to the left. You look down, there's another door. You guys call it out, and you begin to move as quietly as you can. You catch the foot of the shadowy guy just out of your eye as he kind of steps through that door, and you continue to pursue him through the house into another center-fed room. You guys, you're moving quickly though, so you basically just center check it, clear your corners, and continue to move. Eventually, until you come to what you estimate to be about like right here. There is another room. It's corner fed, and in the opposite far corner, there is a very dark closet where, I mean, it's basically the last known location where this guy could have ran in.
Okay. At this point, do we have our full 4-man team in the house with us?
Yes, you do.
Right.
It's also everything seems to be eerily quiet. Whoever this person is, they're really not making a whole lot of noise.
Right.
Move.
We're gonna
like at all.
Okay. We're gonna hold sectors in the room that we're all in, and we're gonna start doing call-outs. White light call-outs. So, hey, who are you? We tracked a trail of our buddy. We found a dead body following here. We're looking for our friend. What's going on? We don't want to hurt you.
Okay. So as your white light pierces into this it's almost like a large closet type room. Um, you get no response, and there seems to be a very large hole, but you can't see how deep it is. But it seems to be unnaturally dark in that room. I mean, obviously, you can kind of see the walls and everything.
Sure. I mean, I'm
But other than that, you get no response.
white light.
Yep.
And that's what we see. You just see a big asshole.
All right. You push. So you're pushing up to the hole.
I'm sorry. Just tell me again what we see.
Okay. So it's a it's a it's basically like a large closet with a very big hole, a very deep hole dug into the ground. You can't see how deep it is from the angle that you're standing. And
Got it.
it's the last possible location that this guy could be. I'll just run you guys through it.
Yeah,
Basically what happens.
I was gonna say push one man up to it, white light, and then have somebody 90-degree offset cover him, and the other two guys don't have to risk getting too close in case it's booby trapped or whatever.
Yep.
Are there any
Okay,
blood
so-
trails leading into the hole?
Ooh, interesting question. You look at your feet and you notice there is a trail of some kind of dark red liquid dripping kind of towards the hole. And
Also,
moving.
if you guys haven't caught on, he's trying to do creepy supernatural serial killer Halloween stuff to us. It doesn't necessarily have to make sense.
Welcome to the Halloween special. It is what it is.
Nothing that a Mozambique drill can't handle.
No, this is awesome. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, one guy walks up to the hole to be able to like look down upon into it and see what he sees.
All right. So as he walks up, he clears the both corners or all corners of the small closet. There is nobody inside there. When he shines his light down into the hole, he cannot see the bottom of it, and a creepy vision of teeth and blood grabs his mind, and he starts to kind of freak out and jolt a little bit. It makes his skin crawl. Kind of everybody's hair stand up on the back of their neck, and sort of steps back from the room with the
All right.
with the feeling that you're not going to find your buddy. About at
Bold
this
new
time,
strategy.
Yeah?
Bold new strategy. We burn the house down.
Yeah, yes, I agreed. Yes, all on the same page.
Collapse that shit.
At about this time, you hear a string of gunshots and screaming coming from. Well, the gunshots seem to be coming from this Woodstock, and the screaming is coming from down the road.
We should light this place on fire on our way out.
Yeah, I honestly, I would. So it sounds to me just like unrelated shouting and screaming going on. Got it. Not my problem. This house is fucked. Burn it down. Burn it down. Our LPOP dudes got by something. Time to return to base and reassess the security posture.
Yeah, the shadow
We could
man
check out. Well,
vanished.
we have never taken it upon ourselves to help out this other town, have we? Is our general attitude toward this next town that it's just not our problem?
What is it? Woodstock?
Yeah. So Woodstock at this point is it's pretty full of problems. Because again, most people coming out of Memphis, all of this down here, especially from
Pass through Woodstock.
Yeah, they're gonna be passing by this way, and it's a pretty rough place.
All right, I don't want to go in there.
Can we put up free Draco signs at this house? So it'll lure
It has been picked clean.
Free weed.
Yeah. I would do what I said. If we need to head to Woodstock or call in everybody else to come up here to go to Woodstock for the sake of the TDG or whatever, I'm down to clown. But in real life, I would just burn this house and mark this location. On my map is don't fucking come here, and return to base. Assume that both guys got. We did our best to try and find Buddy, but also we're not the American military with infinite logistics to promise no matter what we'll endlessly hunt for you. We gave her the good old college try. We found solid evidence that you're not alive anymore, anyways. So c'est la vie.
All right. As you guys go and do your back clear, before you start to pour gasoline and everything on the place,
Sure.
you hear a banging coming from this this kind of shed structure.
Oh, neat.
I can't tell what this is.
Yeah. We investigate. We clear the shed.
Okay, you clear the shed and you find a man who has been chained up to basically a post on the ground. He's got shackles basically around his neck, around his ankles, and his wrists, and he is not a happy camper, to say the least.
I would tell him to get down on the ground, honestly,
Yeah, can I?
at gunpoint.
I'm gonna speak to him before I unlock him. So like if he's gagged or whatever, I'll remove that, but I'm not going to undo his chains just like assuming he's the greatest friend there ever was.
What is his phenotype?
The greatest friend that ever was. Oh man, his phenotype. I don't know. Can we go there on YouTube?
Yeah, I first examined the facial structure he has.
All right. So he sees you and he kind of calms down a little bit, and he pipes down and he seems to be calm and relatively approachable. But again, he's gagged. So you move up to him. You've got guys with guns on him, and you take your big old Marine Corps OKC bayonet, and you cut his gag off, and then but you leave his chains on him for now. And he sits there and sputters and stutters, and eventually kind of says thank you. He's not very intelligible.
Okay, I said, why are you chained? What's going on?
He just looks at you and he kind of starts shaking and stuttering. And he mentions something about an ancient burial mound, like an Indian burial mound.
Okay. Where at?
Basically in the middle of Memphis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, do you know about the hole in the house?
He looks at you and he's utterly terrified. He denies knowing anything about the hole, but he's pretty scared. You can tell when you mention it to him.
Ask him if he's seen our friend.
He's heard people coming through here, but he doesn't. I mean, he's been chained up and gagged and blindfolded.
Who chained you?
There was a previous owner of the house that had captured this guy and chained him up here, and basically he was left when the owner of the property left the house.
Okay.
Is this guy malnourished?
He's looking pretty squirrely. I wouldn't say he's malnourished. He hasn't been here that long. Like, he probably hasn't eaten in like 3 days. Like, he's got a good hangry attitude going on. But he's not. Go.
Yeah, I would tell him that I would unchain him on the stipulation that he's going to calmly walk out of here and head to whatever that is, 51, and then head north. And he needs to walk north for at least 1 mile, and then he can do whatever the hell he wants with his life. Good luck. And we are about to leave this house after we set it on fire and go back to where we go, and hopefully we never see each other again. And if you fuck around at all, you're going to have to fight all 7 of us, so that would be not wise.
I play good cop and I say, you's a good boy, we're going to let you go.
Alrighty, understood. So as you guys get ready, you start to burn the house. He's kind of slow. He sort of hangs out a little bit, and then eventually walks to the road. As you guys are leaving, the house is now burning as well. I don't have a real good grasp on time for this, but he walks down the road. He kind of gets behind the fence here, or gets somewhere where he sort of disappears. And then he starts kind of looking at you guys from behind a tree, seeing what you are doing, and then eventually circles back, and you can kind of see him start to move south.
Yeah, we shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot that guy.
Shoot at him?
Yep.
You know, we should shoot him.
100%. I told you. You don't do what I say, you get shot at. Here you are, not doing what I say. Guess what's going to happen?
I drop the good cop, and I become second bad cop and start shooting at him.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, somebody chained you up for a reason. You're not following me home. Promise you that.
Yep, sounds good. All right, so you guys shoot at him. You open up. He pretty much dumps right in the road where he was walking. He doesn't have a lot of cover, and he's not armed anyway.
Yep.
And your gunfire attracts the attention of other people who sort of come out of they start to look around. Again, very cautiously from this location here, from some people from out in the woods, and from down here as well, just from across the street. They start looking at y'all.
We just leave, just sink back into the cornfield and disappear to never be seen again.
Okay.
Should we light the body on fire before it resurrects?
No.
All right. So you guys hear this group of people chattering amongst themselves, and they start to, as you move through the cornfield, you lose sight of them. But you hear screaming, and I don't know how you would see this, but they start to move across the road, but you're not necessarily aware of it yet.
Sure.
Moving through
whatever. They can fucking catch lead too, bro.
Yep.
Dude, he's doing Nazi zombies to us. We're in zombies now.
That's cool.
All right. So they start to move south along the road. As you guys come out of the cornfield, and you hit the wood line, you realize that they are there as well, and there's quite a few of these people. There's about 30 or 40 of them, but they're kind of scattered. You don't immediately see weapons, but they're not looking too friendly, and they're kind of maneuvered along this highway here.
Do they look like zombies or do they look like people? Are they, you know what I'm saying here?
So, as you look at them, let's say you white light them.
Yeah.
Here's a good one, actually.
Okay.
You look at them through nods, and they look like just people that are sort of hypnotized or entranced. They're moving, and then you look at them through thermal imaging, and they seem to be pretty cold.
Okay. Yeah. Then we're gonna they're zombies, so we should just separate ourselves, right? So we should just hit a little double time jog back the way we came. Obviously, we're gonna have to take the north side of this waterway right here to avoid the road. But yeah, just jog through the forest. Keep it tight. Keep it close together. No white lights, and let's fucking get the hell out of here.
Okay. You guys start moving, and they start to again also sort of pursue.
Crap.
And kind of push through the woods. They are not carrying anything. They're not moving. Maybe zombie is the wrong word, but they do seem to have some kind of feral intelligence. And there's different kinds of zombies and all that.
Sure.
So it's like kind of like DayZ zombies.
Yeah, if
All
we
right.
can. Go for it.
Have we noticed them pursuing us all zombie-like at this point?
I would say when you guys come out of the tree line, you see at least like one of them, or a few of them with their heads sticking out, um, looking at you guys. Um, you're aware of them at this point, of somebody following you, and they seem to be growing in number.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You guys push around.
would be good advice in either way. Obviously, I'm gonna go to an unwanted place, right? So I'm gonna try and like go through this mud that us young, strong, military age men can, get through pretty good. But a bunch of hypnotized Karens are gonna physically be incapable of traversing.
How dry is the timber? Can we scorch earth this motherfucker on the way out?
The goal is to separate myself from these people without making a bunch more noise, obviously.
To be clear, the ground in Memphis in general, it's a swamp. It's generally pretty moist because of the earthquake. There's been kind of flooding in the area and stuff. So, I mean, this is not California where it's a good time for a forest fire. As you guys push through the mud, you kind of come out. Let's see, which way do you guys go? Are you moving along my cursor here?
Yeah, I'm like trying to get. Yeah, all depends on where. If they're like all along this road, all the way down the length of the map, then I'm going to move away from the road. So I'm going to be moving more west than south. But if it's just a group of them that's on us, and I feel like crossing through this muck, I can get across and they can't, then I'll do that to lose like the 10 of them that are following me. I don't know what scenario really is playing out.
Understood. Yeah. No, they're following you guys, and you move across the muck. They seem to avoid the swamps, and they tend to stay towards dry ground. They're sort of you can tell they're sort of pointing and seem to be capable of communicating with each other as they're moving around. You also see some of them have like basic hand tools, machetes, and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
So this is Resident Evil 4 zombies.
if they're like surrounding us or whatever, preventing us from egressing, right, then we're gonna have to engage. Obviously, shoot them before they're close enough to get machetes on you. But if we can avoid shooting them, that would be best.
Okay. You guys, you're moving faster than them, so I mean they seem to be cautious and driven by some sort of intelligence. But you guys end up pushing across the back to where you handrail the river. They're still kind of in pursuit of you, but they're definitely behind you. You can tell. Are you guys going to continue to just break contact?
Yeah, I want to get across the river because I think they won't be able to cross that.
Okay.
Are we in radio range to let squad 2 and 3 know that the shit's coming?
Yeah, you have comms to them.
Yeah, we'd be updating. Zombies are pursuing us. Be advised, zombies that can use hand tools. Be on the lookout
Can they prep a defense and we lure them into a bottleneck?
Yeah, I'm thinking that we're going to cross this river, which is still a far ways away from home, and they're all just going to be on one side of the river, standing there pointing at me, and I'm going to be standing on the other side of the river, pointing at them, and then we're going to walk away, and they're still going to be standing there. If that doesn't happen, then we'll address that on the other side of the river while they try to cross.
You know what? Yep.
Alrighty. As you guys move across to the river's crossing point, everybody crosses pretty much more or less without drama, as you guys are prone to do, and you see these creatures come out, and they sort of stand there and they look at you from across the river, and you can tell they don't really know what to do until one of them basically just like falls into the river and starts to try to like crawl across and move across.
We should open up on these.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot them all in the head, and we're also far away from other zombies. Hopefully, there's not just a horde of zombies hanging out in the forest somewhere. We're not by the city anymore, so now that there's a good distance barrier of our sound, I don't think we'll ping a new horde to come track us down immediately.
That is true. Okay, so You guys start to dump them. Um, you noticed from basically shooting them in the chest seems to be relatively ineffective, so you guys are popping melons. That seems to work pretty well. And it does attract more zombies from this side of the river. Um, and but eventually they start to thin out, and I mean, there's just bodies in the river
Yep.
as they're as they're falling there, and yeah, eventually their herd thins, and you guys start to move back along the river back to your base. Is that the plan?
I don't think we
yeah, I
should
would-
go straight back to base.
I would head probably north. I would head north like 100 or 200 yards into the forest, and then sit tight and do a sills. And then if we are not pursued by anybody from that point, circle around and head home.
Okay, yeah, smart plan. Okay, so you guys head north by, like, let's say,
Yep.
you hang out here for a moment, whatever makes sense. You notice there seems to be a lot of deadfall in these woods going on, but you don't hear anything that sounds like a biped.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you guys are there for however long your seal's halt is, 30 minutes, hour, whatever.
Yep. Land nav around. This is pretty rough. It's a whole bunch of waterways here. Either if it's feasible for us and we're not going to get lost, go just around north and then head south down whatever that OK road is. Right, skirt the road. Yep, around, because I don't want to cross back by that choke point if we can by the river. Because if there's just a bunch of them there waiting to see us and they see us come back through, then we just didn't accomplish anything.
So usually, so Northaven is like right here. So the way that you guys get here is you've crossed the river. Usually you handrail the river. But
Right.
again, this is the trail that you guys, I guess, don't want them to discover if somebody sees it.
It would be a risk assessment, right? I don't know if we're all good and we're all feeling good and we're good at land nav and we have GPSs and we have a map and all that, then I would try to do this what I just said. But if it was like we didn't have that stuff and the risk of getting lost was high, then I would just head back to the trail.
Okay. Either way, you guys get back home with very little drama. You notice that there is, let's see. Let's say for the sake of ease, we'll say you guys take the river back. You're comfortable enough that
Sure.
nobody's following you, and as you guys are moving along the riverbank, you notice a sort of orange, hellish glow that seems to be coming from the city to the south of you. As you guys are walking home, give me a second.
Take your time.
Alright, as you guys are walking home, you pass by the broken bridge, and you see some people hanging out on the other side, but they don't seem to be acting. You flash them with thermals, and again, it's kind of the same thing,
Sure.
and you don't see, but they're just kind of shambling there.
Good thing we blew that bridge.
Yeah, there you go. And you guys get back home, and you disseminate the information. You tell your buddies what's happened. Well, let me ask you this: do you tell the townsfolk what happened? Do you tell everybody, or who do you tell?
This town should probably be up on zombie horde defense at this point, and we should probably tell them.
Yeah, I'm pro. Yes, I would probably let everybody know. Say what we, just report back what we saw. People seem to not have a thermal signature. They're able to communicate and use hand tools. You want to call them a zombie or possessed or whatever, floats your boat. Sounds good to me. I don't know what the hell it is, but be on the lookout for hordes of aggressive people meandering about.
Okay, so some of the village elders kind of pull you aside, and they start to tell you. You hear one of them mutter something about an Indian burial mound again, and just Memphis in general being a terrible place.
Yeah, I think that, right, notify everybody, which we did, pass on the detailed information to the rest of our squad and the village elders. We need to go on rest because we've been out for like 36 hours now, so in reality, no matter how much we are, wanting to do whatever, we're about to fucking pass out. And everybody else, probably a heightened level of security around town. Obviously, we just lost that LPOP, so whatever sector that was on, we're gonna have to cover down with something closer, and probably some sort of a real tight perimeter in town, because zombie folk could walk through areas we don't expect them and whatnot. So we need people patrolling the actual streets. But again, since it's zombie folk we're worried about with machetes and not humans that are maneuvering and shooting at us, the caliber of people on watch doesn't have to be super high, right? So Bubba and his 12 gauge. Sally Mae and her 1022, they're fine to walk up and down their street, take shift.
Okay, cool. You guys rack out for your at the end of your little operation, and you go to sleep, and just like you say, somebody else, people start taking watch, information spreads, and the town is made aware. I think.
Is there a local church or mosque that has a bell or morning prayer PA system we can use as an alarm for the whole town?
Sure, that'd be dope.
There is actually. I think it's actually this, but I'm not sure. We'll make it this building right here. There is actually a church in Northaven. Oh, here we go. Forest View Church of Christ. There you go.
Dope.
You want to make the zombie horde is approaching signal the church bell?
Yeah. Sounds good.
You know what? All right.
All right. Yeah. Thinking out loud here because I had something else planned, but
I'm just sorry to fuck you up. It's rough when that happens.
No. It's all right. It's all right. I should have thought of a better hook because I was trying to get you guys to go into Memphis for for the stuff that's in there.
Yeah, we can just go. We can just say like whatever emergency. Somebody's grandma's there. We have to go. All 3 squads saddle up and roll.
I know what
But in reality, I would not be interested in doing that for almost anything.
You should be. The zombie horde isn't going to stop until we do something to the burial ground in Memphis.
Sure.
We're going to be besieged by zombies forever.
Fire, man.
That is true, Phil. That's probably about the only thing that would get me to go in there.
Yeah.
We've been having power issues, and there's a linesman in Memphis we need to go rescue.
One of the elders' daughters, who was born under the light of a full moon and is a virgin, has been kidnapped and
Hell yeah.
taken south.
All right.
That's
And,
good writing.
They don't know what they're gonna do unspeakable things to her little virgin butthole if you guys don't
Jesus.
get up
That's
in
good
there.
storytelling. Good writing. I'm about it.
Character development.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Saddle up, boys. if we're... You're okay. Relax, Bailey. If we're all going into...
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
GWOT, lead the way. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. We would all go. If we're going into Memphis, we're obviously gonna have to take everybody, which means the townsfolk are gonna have to watch themselves while we're gone.
Okay, roger that.
And yeah. Again, because it's zombies, I think that's fine.
How far of a trek is this area that we need to get to?
We're gonna have to take cars, I would imagine.
Yes, you will. You could go in on foot and skirt around here, but it's gonna get tiring. And the river has flowed backwards for a period of like 8 hours when the earthquake triggered, and it's basically unnavigatable, unless it's yeah, you're not gonna move through that real well. You're gonna have to have vehicles, and
Is there still access for the vehicles considering the bridge is blown, or is that just one ingress point that was eliminated?
It was like the
just this
main and easiest ingress point from Memphis to us, but we obviously, can take like the long way around, whatever it may be.
yep, you certainly may.
I'm seeing up towards the top where
Yep.
it says, and then we can hook right where it has that little gas station icon or whatever that is,
Yep.
and then hit the main highway.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So we're
and
essentially-
if need be, well, I don't know. I don't want to play for you, but if you guys needed to, whatever, if the vehicles were blocked off or something, you could possibly exfil and maybe find a place where you could cross the river on foot. Again, this is not the Mississippi. This is
Sure.
the Loosahachie.
Right. For show.
In an emergency. As you go into zombie Fraser. Let's see.
If we go on foot, do you want to go in staggered columns, GWOT?
Staggered column would be how we would patrol down any road if we had to patrol down a road. If we are in vehicles, we're probably doing one team per vehicle, right? So each vehicle have 3 or 4 guys in it, because I think 7 is probably too much to cram into one car. I know some cars can, obviously, but
That would also be advantageous because we could leave some of those guys back at base to have cover in what we have.
yeah, well, we
So
got
at this point, the townsfolk are going to
take care of.
Yeah. So you guys have your full force, plus vehicles. You have 21 people, but let's say you've got
It's like
you've
5
got enough
vehicles.
vehicles for everybody.
Yeah, it was
Trucks and,
6. It's
things
just
like that,
six
it's
trucks.
fine. Yep, that's fine.
All right, I'm back.
What's up,
Have we
Phil?
moved in force on Memphis yet?
We have not. We have established that we have 6 vehicles, 2 vehicles per squad, or 1 vehicle per team, however you want to think about it. And
Right.
so yeah, we're all going. The townsfolk are going to take care of watching themselves from the zombie hordes while we're gone. And do we have what's the actual objective in Memphis? Do we have like a spot that we need to go get her out of, or do you need to adjust your story to make it better fit for what you have planned for us?
So the
We're just
Indian
gonna
Mound.
Drive into fucking
is-
Memphis and see what happens.
Yeah, drive into Memphis and see what happens. Well, it's going to be dependent on what you guys discover. You can still kind of look up on old maps and stuff. There's an old Indian mound actually, like somewhere
Right in the heart of the city, eh?
here. Yeah. You're
How cool is
familiar with
that?
it just because of local knowledge. And
Is it that Bass Pro Shop or whatever?
No, it's not the Bass Pro Shop, but that thing has I don't know, other weird stuff about it. I mean, it's a black pyramid.
Hell yeah,
you
dude.
know?
You never thought to yourself you should just build a black pyramid because it's cool or nothing?
Yeah, I don't know. I love obelisks.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna head out, and right, we're just gonna drive down 51, and we're just gonna drive down 51 until we get into Memphis or something stops us along the way.
All right, so at this point, we're each controlling a baby squad.
Correct.
Is that all right? Dope.
You each are in command of 2 3-man teams, plus yourself.
All right.
All right. So you guys start rolling down the highway, and this kind of orange glow kind of gets hotter. Are you guys doing this at night or during daytime?
I would probably say during the day. I would probably say during the day. Night ops fucking suck. I know everybody thinks that they're cool and they're like hook you up so much, but they're terrible.
I would also like to do it during the day.
I agree. Daytime is probably the better choice. You're chasing creatures with weird abilities and stuff you don't understand. You can see more. Alrighty. So you guys start to shoot south, and you come through over the north side of Fraser, and you begin to see that Memphis has just been. I mean, this place has just been. This earthquake tore through the entire place and has ripped the city apart. As you guys come through here, you notice more of these creatures, but they seem to be less concerned with you, and they're facing inward, almost like they're facing Mecca or something weird going on. As you guys drive closer down the 51, you guys also have, like, let's say you have drones up, or you've done some like drone surveillance.
Sure.
You see an area that is like a large, essentially like a large strip mine that is just kind of hollowed out, and the bottom of it has sort of flooded and like sunken in, but it's essentially like a large pit in the ground that's been just like uncovered, dug out, and the that kind of hellish glow seems to be coming from that place.
Put your cursor again on where the weird glow pit is. Right in there. Okay, I see it.
Are the creatures facing the glow pit?
Yes, they are.
I guess that's where we're going. Let's go get our
They
rave
seem
on.
pretty obsessed with it, and yeah. As you drive down, you notice you start to notice varying different kinds of these creatures. One of them in particular, at the center of the glow pit, seems to be standing on like a stage or something above the water, like where it's been flooded. It's a very pale, like vile, hook-nosed, greedy bird-looking creature. But it's a man, obviously, and it's dancing and seems to be like directing the others.
Yeah,
And
let's shoot that guy.
I have a
well,
question.
as you guys roll in,
Let's just pull up on the highway and hop out the whip real quick and take a precision shot.
Do we see like a virgin girl on an altar or some shit? Is the girl in the pit?
It's the girl in the pit.
We're here ostensibly to save someone's daughter or some shit, right? Something like that.
you
Yeah.
don't see her.
Okay, that's okay.
We don't see her. All right.
Oh, look, I forgot. Gooch Park. It's right there.
Hell yeah, brother. The epicenter. Yeah, I would like to.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, I think that. I don't know. Whoa, what is it? 750 feet. 500. I think we can take that shot. It's stretching it, but not too bad. I think that's it's right at the max range from 35 or whatever this is, 40 I guess, into the center of there. I think is like 500, 600, 700 yards, right around there. So I think that go for it.
If
To
you're
be fair-
currently unopposed, I'll just line up and shoot.
Fire by continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
you could have
I
guys
guess-
like hold into the wind. Also, I'll be generous. Like, you guys have more than just ARs. Like, we'll say somebody brought. I mean, certainly one person out of the 20 plus of you brought a 308, or
Sure.
you know, somebody's got a 300 Win Mag or something. I mean, you can reach out and pop in.
Everybody that has a weapon that is even theoretically capable of making the shot, line up to take the shot. We'll have, some guys hold left, some guys hold lower right, etc., all that shit. And anybody that brought out like a Mark 18 or a PCC, they can watch our flanks and keep security, make sure no one just walks up on us.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, as you guys drive down Martin Luther King over here, Is this where you want to take your shot from?
Yeah, I think that's on the main. If we need to get closer, we could also hop up here maybe, but I think that's fine. Yeah, Martin Luther King, exactly.
Okay. As you guys hop out, everybody starts to glass this guy, and he stops dancing, and he immediately faces north and glares in the direction of you guys, and your blood just feels like it freezes in your veins as the air around you grows colder and colder. It seems like his eyes are boring into you as his gaze is pouring into you guys.
Hell yeah, let's shoot him.
I would
Everybody,
say
aim and
take
shoot.
that shot or attempt to.
Yeah, let's fucking do this thing.
All right, you juice him. All right, a burst of gunfire kicks off, and pretty much obliterates Birdman. He dies in a screeching cacophony as all of the zombies immediately turn to face you guys, and they are enraged. The tiny Birdman pretty much drops in a flock of feathers and crap as he shits himself and breathes his last, if he even has time to.
Did his hat
Unfortunately,
fall off?
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, the rest of the zombies focus on you guys, and they come barreling north. And you see two more of these bird-like creatures step out from beneath the crowd. They're now visible. One of them seems to be at this corner over here, and another one at this you pull it Memphis, directing their hordes to the north as they start to pull in. Again, because this is a city, you've got creatures pushing in from the south as well, just because it's huge, and they are closing in on you guys pretty rapidly.
That
Run for a
North McLean Boulevard doesn't look like a threat because it looks like it goes underneath the underpass. They'd have to come from the left side.
Yeah, if we want to say it's too far to take a shot, then we're gonna have to, I guess, go shoot these bird guys. Hopefully, these are the last two, and there's not like 10 more waiting on the roster. If it's too far to continue to take precision shots, we're gonna have to divide and conquer. So,
At this point, they're moving.
Sure.
And the bird guys are dancing and squawking.
Sure.
They're up to you, as it seems somebody or something is directing the horde south as well towards you, and there could be more of them up there. You don't know.
Sure. All right. I guess we're going duck hunting today. So we're gonna split up three vehicles, so 1.5 squads. Go to one bird guy, and the other 3 vehicles go to the other bird guy that we for sure know where they're at. And once we get them eliminated, we can move forward with whoever else is directing zombie hordes.
Okay. And the third squad, are they just holding position, or what
No,
are they doing?
I'm splitting the third squad, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
of
Sorry.
six, each squad has 2 vehicles, 3 squads total. So the easy way we're gonna split up is just 3 vehicles go one way, 3 vehicles go the other way, and obviously when one squad gets split, it is what it is. No big deal.
total Birdman didn't.
Alrighty. As the Birdman and his zombie horde moves up here, after kind of psychically noticing how the first one died, he starts to dance and move amongst the zombies and continues to direct them forward against you guys. Shots are difficult; they're kind of obscured, but again, everything is being funneled down this path right here.
Yeah.
And then for the group over here, let's see. If you guys want to push south, I mean, the zombies are essentially moving across here as well. A few of them are on foot, just trying to push across this very shallow part of the river, but if you wanted to push to get to the Birdman, you'd probably have to go on foot or use a different exit.
You know what?
Because,
Fuck
yeah,
that, because there's that. Let's transition, and everyone stay together, and let's go to the other funnel. It's a better funnel. Yep, right down here. Let's all move. Let's all move here,
over.
and let's just fucking we're gonna have to gun these dudes down. So right, half of us orient north, half of us orient south, and make your shots count because we don't have unlimited ammo, and we don't know how many there are. And as they come to us, we may fire upon them.
Okay. The zombies start to push. They're pretty enraged at this point, and you notice some of them have odd firearms and stuff, but they're not real accurate. They have like pistols, and
Sure.
you know, they hold them sideways. They don't aim too good because, you know, zombie.
Yep.
And they start pushing, and you guys fire upon them. You have somewhat effect, but you have to shoot them in the head, so you make your shots count. And at this point, they are breaking and running down the road.
Are they coming at us from both north and south? Actually,
yes.
we're on like an overpass, right?
Yeah, we should. Oh, man, I don't even know what the fuck to do. This is why I wouldn't even be here. That's where I would be, at home. But
Did we bring explosive with us? Can we have an IED ambush to lure them in?
We gotta.
Speak, Phil.
They're gaining on you guys. Like they're moving in quick.
We need to.
You have time to set bombs.
We need to bounce. Like if these zombie hordes get on the overpass, they're almost certainly going to split in both directions, and they're going to box us in from both directions on I-40. Like we could bounce in vehicles.
Yeah, fair. So before it's too late, let's load up and roll in whatever direction is available to us.
Which I guess is probably east. Or something. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So you guys load back up into the vehicles. It's unclear whether you hit this bird guy or not, but at this point you don't care. Things are happening so chaotically that you guys start to pull out, and as you drive, one of your trucks strangely begins to overheat, and the engine just gives out on one of the vehicles, and you hear your teammates screaming, "Hey, stop, stop, stop."
Yep, pull over, bump plan. Since we brought enough vehicles, we didn't overload any of them, so those 3 or 4 guys can just hop out, one each jump in another vehicle, and we carry on.
Okay. You guys do that. You dump some more of these creatures as they kind of come out of the woods and the houses and everything. Maybe somebody gets in a scuffle with one of them, whatever. You get back into the vehicles, and you guys begin to drive down the highway. Let's see. Yeah. Are you headed back north on 51?
Yeah, I guess, right. Well, we'll go back and say we tried to find your virgin daughter, but we could not. We tried to shut the zombie herd down, but we could not do that either. We are but 21 men.
Alrighty. You guys start to push north, and when you come to this bridge, you notice that it has been blocked off with just piles of dead people, and there's a good score of these creatures. There's probably more than you can handle, kind of just on the other side of this bridge, on your side of the bridge, between you and your freedom.
Yeah, we are going to have to abandon the vehicles and push west through the wood line and find a way to cross the river.
Copy that. They are pursuing you guys now with abandon. They are no longer shy or timid. They're chasing after you. You guys are falling back. You're breaking contact, moving through the woods. The fighting is arduous, or the movement is arduous, I should say, and you guys come to this point right here, kind of naturally. You guys kind of funnel into this V path.
Yeah, for sure.
Sort of everybody does, and you guys start to cross the river and begin to make your defense here. You try to get accountability of people and everything, but it's pretty chaotic. Everybody counts heads. You don't think anybody is missing. More of the creatures are piling in, and again, you guys are dumping them, but their bodies are starting to stack up in this river as they try to climb over each other.
Yep. What a shit show.
Black on ammo yet?
You're red on
Getting
ammo
fucking
at
close.
this point, but we'll say for the purpose of pushing into Memphis, you guys brought like everybody has like a 22 LR with them, with plenty of ammo.
Sure. We also brought trucks, so you would put like an ammo can. So whatever we shot up into the point, like when we abandoned trucks, we would like bust open an ammo can and everybody grab bandoliers or whatever mags, shove them in your pockets and roll. So we would have the ability to continually plus up as the operation up until this point. But yeah, we have shot a fuck ton of ammo at the same time.
Yep, sounds good.
Do you think it's advantageous to start breaking contact from these people and start pushing in a different direction?
Yeah, I think we need to get across this river. Like, I know they can cross the river, but it seems to be quite challenging for them. It's a good natural barrier.
Yes, you are correct. All right, so you guys are across the river now. Again, you're shooting across and hampering them to pretty good effect. What do you guys do from there?
Go for it, Phil.
Are there any birdmen commanding this group of people?
Somewhere.
I have a question.
What up?
These horde of zombies that are pursuing us, do we estimate them at like hundreds, thousands, the entire population of Memphis?
It's not the entire population of Memphis. There was, I would say, hundreds waiting here, but not not thousands. And it's more like, a few hundred. It would be a problem to deal with if you guys tried to fight them straight up.
All right, I have a genius plan.
Let's hear it, Phil.
We haul ass north. We haul ass north and cross the river again in that little fork. And we start shooting at them again as they inevitably have to cross a body of water to get us.
That looks like a lot of swampland in between, too. So that would be advantageous for the group to be able to slow them down and still be able to move and groove for us.
Yeah. How about we reposition north, cross at that little fork that we always cross for the LPOP.
So they're still trying to cross the river and come at us, correct?
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
from what I'm gathering, it's only a matter of time before they do cross.
Yeah. All right.
This
I
is
guess.
a pretty thin. I mean, this is like you see it's 10 feet, right? So, I mean, that's not real deep right there. I mean, they're running.
I'm just worried that if we start going in a circle, right, in reality, they're not gonna follow us super. Like, we're trying to kite them like a video game, but in reality, they're gonna get stragglers. Maybe they're sending more here constantly. And so, like, as we start to come back around in a circle, we're now going to have them in front of us and behind us. We're going to be trying to cross the river again with them in front of us and behind us.
Also, do you guys want to push west?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, keep trying to push west, not on the trail and not directly towards home. But yeah, keep trying to push west, cross through this marshland here, and whenever we get to a natural barrier, looks like they got a little trail or something, right? Once we hit there, turn around and shoot more if we feel like that's necessary, or if we're starting to break contact pretty good, then maybe we can just like run away.
Okay, you see this kind of natural trail right here.
Sure.
This area that
you guys
kind of naturally funneled into with these paths. That's your hoe, and you're gonna ride it. So, the zombies start to you've got stragglers making their way on their busted, broken feet and ankles and stuff. but for the most part, they start to thin as you guys push through the woods and move along this trail until you hit. I'm not sure if this is a road or yeah, I guess it is a road.
Like a little dirt road,
A
country road or
Roberts
something.
Road. Yeah, whatever. It's okay.
Something.
Yeah, probably head north on that.
Okay, yeah, it's fair. And let's say you guys recognize it because you have local knowledge of the area, so you're familiar with the trail. You guys have passed it many times. It's kind of a sort of a landmark on your way to the LPOP.
Sure.
All right. You start to push north, and you lose these creatures, and you huck this corner down Robertson Road, and come to the church.
Yep.
All right.
That's
and,
neat.
yeah, I'll call Index right there. Yeah, cool. It was something different. It didn't quite go what I had planned because I'm not that great of a DM, but I'm learning.
All right.
So
You're
yeah,
doing
I hope
awesome,
you guys
dude.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. It
Are
was
you
good.
planning-
Spice up.
Are you planning on continuing this for a second week?
This was purely just a spin-off because of Halloween, and so
All right.
yeah. that
What
was the-
what information could we or were we supposed to have gleaned from the creepy chained up shed man?
So he was affiliated with these creatures, and the previous owner of that house had left. The shadow man that you guys saw was just a haunting. Was basically the disembodied spirit of your dead friend. If you wanna learn about stuff like this, that's like some haunted stories that are pretty messed up. Like just look at the stuff that came out of like Abu Ghraib.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah. That's pretty creepy.
So the guy being chained up, is that just a kink, or why was he chained up?
No, he was chained up because he was like a feral
Okay.
animal. He just had enough sense and intelligence in him to know that he was outgunned and he would have been killed. But if he had resisted you guys, which he eventually tried something when he saw his chance, and he tried to move south to link back up with everybody down here, in the city, and tell them about you and return home. But you guys
All
shot
right.
him, which was the right move.
He
So it
just
was a good
zombie.
thing.
All right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that guy was a zombie the whole time. Oh, the zombie was inside the house. Yeah. Okay.
So we should resupply and have the townspeople ring the dinner bell, and we haul ass out of town.
I don't know
I
about
don't-
that. I think if we can try to hold it tight, right? Do more road damage that stops zombie hordes from walking up on us. Try to build a physical perimeter, like dig a zombie-proof ditch around the town, and then put like punji sticks in it or something. And they just have to have really intense watch cycles until then.
Yeah.
Bugging out into the great yonder is really like basically suicide. You don't do that unless like you're literally going to die if you stay here.
Yeah.
All right. How were we supposed to stop the zombie horde? Like, what in Memphis were we supposed to have done to release everybody from the weird bird spell?
So essentially what that was is the earthquake opened up part of the earth, and that orange glow was basically hell, and just all kinds of crazy occult stuff coming out of there, along with the Indian Barrow Mound. I hadn't fully formulated the story yet, but yeah, there was going to be, like, Birdman was going to be their leader, but then I decided he was too low on the totem pole, so to speak, so I made multiples of them.
You had to,
Hell yeah.
You had to buff Birdman. All right.
He had to buff Birdman. It was the pull up and shoot him in the face was too easy. He just we drove up, we shot that motherfucker. The end. That's how you take care of that, boys and girls.
I mean,
I
hey,
mean,
That's how it is. Like, there's no drama. Like, it's just, yeah.
That was
So
fun.
what ended up happening to the virgin daughter of the dude?
She was
Like, where was
sacrificed.
she located?
She,
So yeah, like realistically, if you get abducted in general, yeah, you're probably not coming back alive. Like, it's just, yeah, don't get captured alive.
The
I
the
mean,
bird people sacrificed her like immediately, probably.
yup.
yeah.
Yep.
Or now she's the hag raven.
Yeah.
The Hag Raven.
Man. Fly, Halloween, zombie, TTGD. Tactical
Yeah.
decision making.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough after the Birdman didn't solve it. I did not know what to do, to be honest with you boys.
Yeah, it's just kind of a mess, right? Because it's like, there's a whole damn city, and yeah. Anyway.
Fucking fix bayonets. Make peace with your god.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about doing some other stuff, like, because you know, I don't see doing a second part of this, so I don't mind pulling down the fourth wall a little bit.
Sure.
But I thought about having like one of the guys get bitten by the guy on the like when you went to go and unchain him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I tried to make it a little more cerebral. Being bitten by him wouldn't have actually done anything other than having like an infected wound that you would have to clear, and probably raising this suspicion of your squad mates.
Yeah.
I would probably shoot that guy out of that
No.
got bit. I'm not gonna lie.
You wait for him to turn, take his gun, be like, if you pass out and
Yeah.
then jump up real quick, you're probably gonna get shot, friend. Just letting you know.
At that point, we didn't really know that everybody was a zombie, and I would have just assumed that guy was crazy and he got bit by a crazy man
Yeah.
and was going to get AIDS and not turn into a zombie. But yeah,
I thought
You
you
know-
were gonna have a werewolf and we were gonna get hopped down in the cornfield.
I thought about it, but no. I decided to go with something more like this crazy cannibal cult.
Yeah, it was a good one. It's pretty. The endless hordes are pretty impossible to deal with.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, and yeah.
Anybody got questions, comments, concerns about this or anything else at all?
Yeah, I've never done these before. It's like D&D.
Very similar.
Okay, cool.
this week was more Dungeons and Dragons-y than your typical week, but yeah.
Seems like some sort of D&D with tactics thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a spin-off of Tactical Decision Games. So when I was active duty, all the time, whenever we were just chilling, they would bust out a whiteboard or whatever, and typically it was based off some previous battle from World War I or World War II or Vietnam or whatever, even more recent after-action reports, and then so they would just draw up the map on the whiteboard and then have squad leaders or whoever unit leaders sit around and do this, but a more dumbed down version, and that's what I actually started doing, was just around the whiteboard. But as time's gone on, we've progressed, and now we're using Roll20 and Google Maps and stuff to paint out much larger situations. But yeah, it's just to train leaders, really. Put people in a leadership position and give them tactical scenarios, and have them play it out against another thinking human, and work those muscles so that the first time you're doing it isn't under fire for real.
Yeah, this seems like valuable. That's what I get you.
Absolutely,
You ever heard
brother.
of
I think
like light fighters and all that?
I have heard of light fighters and all that.
Yeah. Like a baby step to
Question.
that.
Absolutely.
When y'all were on MLK Boulevard or Highway, whatever the hell that was, before taking that 700-yard shot, should you guys have planned like an exfil defense of any sort to anticipate a retaliation?
In retrospect, definitely yes.
Sure, yeah. I'm like, in the reality, I'm a little too fly by the seat of my pants. Even when I was in the military, my higher ups were always frustrated with me as a squad leader, because I was always like, basically like, we're gonna drive into Memphis and see what happens. But Because that's how shit goes in real life, though, right? You do need to make a plan. It's important to use condition set planning and have phase lines and all that. But yep, as soon as you get there, something's gonna happen, and the whole thing's gonna fucking change, and you got to start calling audibles. And so it is good to have a brain that is thinking strategically, is thinking about, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then they're probably gonna do that, which means I need to get ready for that. But at the same time, you a lot of times have to it's turn based, right? You do this, and then you see what the enemy does, and then you make a call off that. Is how it goes as well in reality often.
Makes sense. You guys doing another one of these soon?
Every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Cool.
CST. Anybody got questions about anything at all? Anything at all?
I got one question. Whenever I recommended the inner and outer cordon on that house and about the raid initially without doing reconnaissance, how bad could that have played out?
Probably not terrible. Like, again, I was the reason I felt so comfortable to push and then sit on the house and then eventually do an impromptu raid on it is because we had, even though it's a small squad compared to what you would normally do for conventional forces, given the greater METTC situation of it's just like a fallen out SHTF city, right? There's probably not going to be anybody walking around 7 dudes in full kit with ARs and all that, right? So whatever we come across, we're probably going to be able to use excessive force against it. So I felt comfortable and confident doing things. So if you probably didn't have a bunch of manpower, it would have been hard, right? If we had 7 people, you're gonna send 4 people in to clear the house, which is already like kind of not enough, and you're gonna try to set up an inner and an outer cordon with 3 dudes. That's pretty rough.
So going all the way back to the pond, so you had 2 people at the LPOP that were either killed, captured, but then when you got towards the cornfield, I thought there was a remark about multiple footprints leading into the cornfield. Would that not have slowed you down? Because I felt like you really pressed, because you were like, oh, there's only one dude, let's go get him out the house, but not thinking of the multiple footprint that there could have been others.
Yeah, I was expecting more than one person. I was expecting like,
okay.
I was expecting a crew of miscreants, be they crackheads or YNs or whatever the case is, right? 3, 4, 5 dudes with, somebody's got an AR, somebody's got an AK, a 12 gauge, a couple high points, no training, and a bad attitude. I feel confident with my 7-man kitted out dad squad against that.
Draco in a dream.
Draco in a dream, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Because what's the usual military doctrine? 3-1?
3-1 for sure. So it's everything is METTC. 3-1 is against an entrenched, trained, defended enemy, determined enemy, right? So he's in a position, he's improved that position, he's expecting you to come there, and he is determined and trained to stand his ground and fight essentially to the death, right? You're going to need 3-1 odds, just like statistically speaking, to have confidence in taking that objective. A handful of dudes held up in a crack house when the world just ended a week ago is not a trained, entrenched, prepared enemy.
Copy that.
But yeah, I mean, if I was wrong and walked into there to another dad squad that did have this place set up right, we would get fucked up, and that would be my bad. It is what it is.
Whoops.
QRF 35 minutes away.
Yep.
Well, you guys did it as well as you could have with a recon. I mean, maybe if you had brought a drone with you, I don't know, send a drone up, look at it, but
People can see the drones go up too, right? Like,
yeah, that's true.
They're not invisible.
And you can also hear them if they're close enough.
Yep. So yeah, I think we played it out right. I'm not the only up until the zombie horde. Post everything, I was confident up until we shot the Birdman and it didn't work. And then I was kind of like, well, it was good knowing you boys.
Yeah, if you had stayed in there for too long, then their bodies would have started piling up over the from the overpass.
Yeah.
They would have started throwing themselves over, and it would have you would have had to drive over them. Some of your trucks might have gotten stuck or whatever as
Right.
they're closing in on you. It gets into a really sticky situation really fast the moment you take even one casualty. I mean, it's
What was the
a mess
control
if you-
range for the bird shamans? Like, would we ever been able to been in range to try to take one out and like
You mean
deactivate the horde?
It seemed like an
the
unwinnable fight. Go for it, Phil. Though you know not me.
no problem. So their control of the zombies is more. It's almost like a synapse for like Tyranids, if you're familiar with them. They control them, and without them, they're kind of. They resort to their sort of base instincts for the most part, which is kind of what you guys saw. Like they can still coordinate with each other, like across the the river when they were pursuing you guys and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of sort of what you guys saw. They weren't real.
So they would default to throwing bones and drinking 40s?
Yeah, it's not gonna be anything effective. But you don't know how many there were.
How many bird boys there be?
Yeah.
Man, that'd be a shitty situation.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens when food stamps. People start eating each other.
I've been seeing people on the internet posting dumbass videos about like they're just gonna go out and rob the stores and shit, liable to get shot.
I mean, that is what will happen. What's going to happen is the people are going to go to the stores, and they're going to either know their EBT is not going to work or find out it doesn't work, and then they're going to be like, "My baby need this food," which, like, arguably in that, like, we can all say you shoulda, woulda, coulda, but in that moment, yeah, like, are you going to go home without food for that month and be like, "Sorry, kids, you starved to death now"? No, right? You're gonna bring that food home. So they're gonna try to bring the food home, and then depending on wherever you are at or whatever specific spot you're worried about and the demographics and the METTC of that area, that's either going to be like cops are there and they arrest people and it's just like an uncomfortable day to try to go to Walmart, or Walmart just like gives up and there are people just like running in and out of the store, but it's not like a riot, it's just like everything's free at Walmart today, or full-blown like riot, it's on fire, or it's going to vary from place to place depending on how dedicated in preventing the hordes there are and how many of the hordes there are in that demographic.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between stealing food and like Antifa, like some sort of organized effort.
Sure, and
we're gonna go shut off food stamps on whatever day. Is it just gonna be the people who are starving, like actually starving, or is it gonna be something more than that?
That's fair. It's all absolutely a vector. Whoever, all the people, be it China or America, federal government or Antifa or whoever, right? Anybody that's involved in the game right now at a foot could definitely use chaos to insert themselves and do more. For sure, that's a possibility.
And Black Friday is only 3 weeks away.
Yep.
Probably nothing will happen, but stay home.
I did see real quick. Somebody asked in the YouTube chat pretty early on, "Do I think getting a home security service with an alarm is worth it?" Right? Cops are going to be so slow to where they responding that if you're under physical threat, it's probably too late. And if people steal stuff when the cops get there, they're just going to write a report and then put that in a filing cabinet and never look at it again. So any sort of home security system, be it alarms or cameras or whatever, I only advocate that if it's going to be useful for you to help defend your house, right? Like if you hear a bump in the night and then you pull up your phone and can see all 6 of your cameras and that helps you be able to defend your property, then yes, those cameras were good. If an alarm goes off and that wakes you up so you can defend your property, yes, that was good. If you have different alarms, so an alarm goes off, oh, that was a window alarm, or that's the back door, that's the front door, then that helps you, that's good. But the thought of like, I have a security system, so something's going to happen, and then the security system is going to alert the authorities, and the authorities are going to come help me, that's not very realistic. As somebody who used to install security systems, and then hear about how people got robbed even with them, and then nothing, like the cops didn't help, it didn't matter. They just like, even if you have video of the guy, the cops just go, "Oh great, put it on a thumb drive for us," and then that thumb drive gets put in a filing cabinet at their police department to never be seen again.
Yeah. Most security is just like yelling at homeless people to stop shitting in flower pots, isn't it? My brother was on that a little bit. I mean, like, what can you do? You're not the cops, you know?
Yeah, yeah. He was talking like an alarm security system, but yes, a lot of security work. That is basically that, either drunk people or high people or homeless crazy people.
Makes sense.
Yup.
All right, you guys, I gotta hop off. It's almost 11 o'clock for me.
Yeah, no problem, Ross. Appreciate you. It was awesome.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys putting up with me as I make stuff up. It'll get better as it goes. I'll keep watching videos on how to do this a little better.
Nah, you've been doing well.
I probably won't run next week, but we'll see.
Okay, yeah, just let me know either way. No big deal.
We'll do.
See you around, man.
Take care.
Alrighty. Anybody else got anything else for me? Boop, boop, boop. Guess not. Alright. See you boys next week. Same place, same time. Appreciate y'all.
Good stuff.